This is a blow, honestly. Honestly, this one is a tough one. I thought we were going to go over the line with this one. Sucks. Sucks. I don't know. Yeah, feeling slightly deflated. Yes, hello everybody, and welcome back once again to the Dynasty Hot Seat. It's the only Dynasty show out there that is a certified inferno. We're back once again. You know what it is. It's the worst team ever. Yeah. If you're new here, trust me, it is. Stick around, find out. It's real bad. Think, how bad could it be, Max? Is it really? Trust me, stick around. You'll see. And we've been working on it. We being me and you. Because if you think you're good at Dynasty Fantasy Football, it's time to put your money where your mouth is. Well, actually, you don't need any money. Just put your mouth where your mouth is. Help out in the comment section. What would you do to fix this team? We're going to get right into it and see what we've been doing. But before we do that, we need to catch up from last episode. So the people that left comments in the video from the last episode, I'm going to review it right now. We're going to catch up on what's been happening in the league, and then we're going to try and make some moves. Let's get right into it, shall we? Alrighty. So last week, here's where we left off with Jalen McMillan going on the block. A trade went through. So Anselmo ends up with Jackson Smith and Jigba, and our boy CB gets T-Law a third and a second. Pretty nice deal all around for everyone there. Maybe even favoring the Trevor Lawrence side. So I think CB's done a great job with Anselmo there. Good job all round. We need to get ourselves some trades as well. Definitely. So a nice deal there. Mike Williams gets dropped, and then that trade gets pushed through. Tyler Higbee goes on the block. Parker Washington goes on the block. Christian Kirk goes on the block. Michael Pittman Jr., he goes on the block. Now, Michael Pittman Jr. is an excellent player in a not so excellent situation. He could be someone that we could think about targeting because he's not going to be relevant right now, but he could end up with a quarterback that makes him extremely relevant if that link up is right. The issue is he's 27 years old now, so he's maybe on the wrong end of the age for us, but you know, it's hard to tell. And Mitchell Evans, and unfortunately, Raheem Sanders goes off the board. Now, I know that Spartan wanted us to pick him up. Sorry, just missed the cut on Rocket Sanders. He's gone, unfortunately. And that's all the chat that's been going on. So let's get to those comments. Well, let's start off with, I'm sure people wondering, hey, where's the league, Mags? What's going on? Where is the league? I was planning to send out the invites this weekend or last weekend gone. Slight technical hitch on my end. Thought I was going to have more time than I had, essentially, in the midst of wedding planning, as you can imagine. Oh, shout out TD, by the way, who is now married. Congratulations. One of our OGs over here. He'll certainly be in a league with some of you guys as well. So give him some love in the comment section. Wish him all the best. That'll be great for an OG of this channel. An absolute hero. The league is coming. Okay, trust me, it is definitely coming. We've got loads of new people signed up as well in the last video. If you've missed a chance, you've got another one right now to leave your sleeper handle below. If you've done it already, I've got you in. Don't worry. I am semi-positive this weekend. I am unfortunately super busy, and I wanted to make sure everything's right, everything's sorted. So there's a chance it'll be this weekend, but there's a chance it might take a little bit longer. Please be patient with me. I want it to be perfect. So don't worry. We'll get there. We'll be drafted. We'll have teams ready before the season. That is a guarantee. So that's definitely coming. Apologies for any delays. We got a trade in. CB looking for Bryce Young. We'll be getting Bryce and sending over T. Higgins to CB. That is a trade offer in our inbox. That will be one of the pinned questions. Please let me know, what do you think about this trade? If you think we should counter, here are some of the options that are available. Trevor Lawrence obviously has just come in, so unlikely we'll get him. Running backs we don't really want to look for, to be honest. But we do have QJ, who's terrible. Godwin, who might be too old. McMillan, Leggett, Johnson, Polk, Dortch, Ruggs, Bond, Tolbert. Not much there. Loveland's a nice piece. And then a tight end, we've got Conco could be good. Shoemaker, some nice tight ends in there. And then, of course, there are draft picks available. Or would you like to do Bryce Young for T. Higgins straight up? I'm inclined to say no, but you know it's not up to me. It's up to you. What do you think? Leave a comment. We had a deal in place for Jalen Waddle with Nathaniel He's not quite ready to accept the counter that we had set. He had sort of agreed to it when it was just a screenshot. But because of the nature of the show, I didn't want to send it. And now he's sort of tracking back on it. I have spoken to him about any potential counters that he might want to send. So maybe on next week's show, we'll review offers for Jalen Waddle. He would be a nice player to add to the team. This is a blow, honestly. Honestly, this one is a tough one. I thought we were going to go over the line with this one. Sucks. Sucks. I don't know. Feeling slightly deflated about, last week's episode was we keep missing. We can't get the deal for Jalen Waddle across the line. We struggle with Marvin Harrison Jr. Nomad's got a stranglehold on half the players that we want. It is difficult, isn't it? And we want to keep these first round picks. We want to get players on good deals. It's proving real tricky. We'll keep swinging the bat. This is how we ended up with a great deal for Brian Thomas Jr. Just keep swinging the bat. Let's have a look. Can we keep swinging on Waddle? What could we use to get Jalen Waddle? What could we potentially use? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what Nathaniel says as a counter. I would love to add him to the team. I think that would be a perfect for our rebuild, but he wasn't up for it, sadly. But maybe next week, we'll see. And yeah, Jared, absolutely spot on, mate. You called it. One of the big talking points was over this guy right here, Brian Thomas Jr. There was talks of Godfather offers, which I love. We had spoke about, do we tear down? The vast majority, including Steak, I mean, what name? Steak saying, nah, we hold him. Don't try and force the issue. If a Godfather offer, an offer you cannot refuse comes in, we might think about it. But let's not try and fix what isn't broken. And one of the few parts of this team that ain't broken is Brian Thomas Jr. I think that's solid advice from the certified. Love it, guys. Good job. And speaking of the certified, if you would like to become certified, then all you got to do is like and subscribe to become certified, guys. That's it. That's all you need to do. Hit the subscribe button. Don't miss out on another episode. And leave a comment. Like I said at the start, you think you know what to do? Let's hear it. Let's hear some new voices. Let's get as many as possible. Try and fix this scrap heap team. There were quite a few players mentioned in the comments that we should maybe go and try and target. Ben had mentioned both Cedric Tillman and Dante Thornton as well. Tillman is intriguing. I wonder what we could try and do to work with King Loss. Wonder what we could do. Let's have a look. Okay. This is their team. They've got Tillman in there. Always nice to see what else they've got. Shaheed, not a lot. This could be, this could be hello. This could be one of these deals. This team is not very good. This team is not very good at all. This could be a 27 first targeter right here with Cedric Tillman in there as well. Because if we get this first, it's a good chance of being a high one. And we really want pieces in that class because we want to hit the jackpot with Jeremiah Smith, with Ryan Williams, with potentially Arch Manning in there as well. We want to hit the jackpot in this draft class. So I'm heavily going after King Laws's 27 first. But what do we give up? That is the question. They're pretty weak in a lot of places. T. Higgins is an option. I think that's a pretty good return for T. Higgins, Tillman, and a first. Do you agree? I'll put that in the comments as well. So look out for that. Higgins for Tillman and a first. Doesn't scream, wow, huge value for T. Higgins, maybe. We're not getting an elite player back like we would maybe want to. But I am telling you, if there is a chance that we can go ahead and get a Jeremiah Smith or a Ryan Williams, that's going to be so worth it. We already have, how many do we have? 1, 2. We only have 2. That can't be right. Is that right? We only have 2 27 firsts. Now, one of them is ours. and one of them is CBs. I would want 3, realistically. And this is a way to do it. It's not a sexy deal, but it might be a productive one. Let me know. Do I send this trade or not? Leave a comment, please. And then we got Dante Thornton, who's on the Selmo's roster. What do? Do we try and pick him up? Like, I don't know. I don't really know what I would pay for him. Is he even worth trading for? Let me know if you guys think we should send out an offer for him. Taylor mentioned Matthew Golden, who's also on a Selmo's roster. I don't like Matthew Golden personally. I don't think he's going to be a huge smash success for fantasy football. However, if you guys do, then I'm happy to go out and target a guy like Matthew Golden. He does have first round pedigree. The issue is in the regular season at Texas, he stank production wise. Was not very good at all. So, that's an issue. Can he link up with Jordan Love? Maybe. But here is the Selmo's team in terms of who else we could target. He's just traded for Juju. He has Michael Pittman on there. We could do a 1-2 punch. Where did he draft Matthew Golden? That will tell us how much he likes him. He took Matthew Golden at the back end of the first, which is about as high as I've seen him go. Maybe slightly higher, maybe one other place. But he can fall mid-second. So obviously, Asamo likes Matthew Golden. I think it's unlikely that we can get him. I'm not bet at first. And why would he take anything less if he's just bet at first? So that might be tricky. But if you guys think I should do it, think we should do it, I will. That's the whole point of this show. Even if I don't agree, if enough people said do it, I'll do it. David was saying, with everything going on at San Francisco, am I okay to get a backup quarterback like Curtis Rourke? Yeah, I mean, I don't understand why we would pick him up. He's a free agent, but they just signed Brock Purdy to that huge deal. They're not going to drop him. We're just kind of banking on Purdy getting injured. I don't see it. I don't know. David, am I missing something? Apologies if I've missed something, but he's injured as well. He's not even going to play in the rookie camp. He tore his ACL at the end of the season. I don't get it. Sorry. And then Ben giving a shout out to Danny Dimes, saying we could go and try and pick him up if we don't believe in Anthony Richardson. Maybe we should get Danny Dimes. I'm not sure one thing has got much to do with the other. I maybe don't think anyone believes in either of them. I don't hate Danny Dimes though, but what are you paying, a fourth, third? Nothing more than that. Should we fire out an offer, guys? Let me know. Should we try, or I don't know. CB, you watch these. What would you want for Danny Dimes? Like, I'm not paying a whole lot. Like, it's just not happening. Our starting quarterback, Tyler Shuck, as well. Most people, including Issa, saying we should definitely wait until he plays. That seemed to be the popular choice. I think that is correct. We should wait until he plays, then look to sell Tyler Shuck. I agree wholeheartedly with that. There was a lot of love for Marvin Harrison Jr., including some from CJ. And I think a few people were like, damn, I'm never going to be able to unsee this party hat as well. Let's go. Let's get him. Let's try and get him, shall we? Because that'll be an amazing ad. I think we can use Xavier Worthy as part of this deal to try and get Marvin Harrison Jr. Do we have any running backs we can use? No, we do not. We do not. Now, our guy Rye has Purdy, and then he's got not much else. This Tyler Shuck could be an interesting piece that we could use to get Marvin Harrison Jr. here. I know we just said we would wait, but he is desperate at quarterback by the looks of it. So that could be interesting to throw in a Tyler Shuck to see if he would be interested in using that at all. I'm going to send out a preliminary little tester, just a little poke, just a little poke to see what we can get for Marvin Harrison Jr. I might have done this already. I genuinely cannot remember. So, he doesn't have, just checking. I thought if he had James Conner, we could have given in Trey Benson. That would have been a nice little ad for him, but he doesn't seem to have that. Let's give a little poke and see if we can add. Do we add a late 26 first onto Xavier Worthy? Hold on. What's his team look like? It's not bad, is it? It's not bad. Swap that late first for 27 first, which will be better. And then throw on. Okay, so we'll be swapping a late 26 first for a random 27 first for a team that doesn't have a good backup quarterback, that has some nice running backs for sure, but again, an aging team. Aging team. This could be a good move. Enough people were super pleased with going out to get Marv that I'm going to go ahead and said this. We are essentially going Worthy and a second minus the slight upgrade here that I don't know if my guy Rye will realize that this is actually good for us swapping the first round picks. I don't know if he'll realize that. Hope he will. He's a pretty smart guy, so he might. I'm going to send this. I think it's worth it. I am a Kansas City Chiefs fan. Xavier Worthy's not the guy. Rashee Rice is the guy. Xavier Worthy will be a fun ass player to watch. I think he might be hard to trust fantasy wise. Not in week to week action in the NFL, but fantasy wise might be hard to trust. I'm going to go ahead and send this. If we can get Harrison for Worthy and less than a second, I think that's pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. Let's go. Let's do it. I'm hitting send. Sorry if people are like, no. You shouldn't be. Trust me. Send. Hopefully, this time next week, I'm saying we got the deal done. That'd be pretty sweet, wouldn't it? We need one. We need one. We've been due one. All right, before we wrap up, quick reminder. What do you think of the Bryce Young trade? Let me know if you like that Marvin Harrison one. Hopefully you did. Make sure you talk about, should we go out and do that Tillman and T. Higgins trade as well? That would be brilliant to add in that kind of player. And that, again, at 27 first, we got our eyes on the prize. That would be great to have. And then any other business, any other players you think we should pick up, anybody else like Marvin Harrison Jr., who CJ loves so much, and so many of you do as well. Let me know in the comments, especially if I've never heard from before. Hey, let's grow this. Who's not speaking up? Let's hear from you. And that wraps it up for another week. Ladies and gentlemen, well, I said ladies and gentlemen. Gentlemen, let's be honest. Gentlemen, that wraps us up for another week. Right here on the Dynasty Hotseat, talking about the worst Dynasty team ever. But we're getting there. We're improving. Or at the very least, we're swinging the goddamn bat. We're not giving up. This was an orphan team. This wasn't something I ran into the ground myself or we ran into the ground. This was a poor, lonely orphan that needed an owner, and we've stepped up to the plate and we're swinging that goddamn bat. And in our heads the whole time is that dramatic music. Because we're going to get there, guys. We're going to get there with 26 and 27 first on the horizon, with deals for players like, can we turn that Waddle deal around? Can we get in Cedric Tillman? Can we get in Marvin Harrison Jr.? Can we get a goddamn quarterback? My God. What can we do to fix it? I'm not sure, but I have faith in you to guide me along the way and get there, because I know, and you know, that greatness around here, it ain't born. It's built. We'll see you next time.